Before Hollywood invented superheroes, before CGI created perfect horses out of pixels, there was a real stallion who didn't need special effects to steal the world's heart. A golden Palomino who moved like sunlight, poured into muscle, who carried thunder in his hooves, who looked at one man as if he understood every word, every fear, every dream. His name was Trigger, but the horse you think you know, the smiling superstar beside Roy Rogers, that's only the legend Hollywood let you see. Behind the cameras was a truth far more powerful. A horse who saved careers, outperformed actors, outsmarted trainers, and carried a secret that changed movie history forever. Stay with me, because once you hear the real story of Trigger, you'll never see America's greatest horse the same way again. In the next few minutes, you'll discover why Trigger's first film had nothing to do with Roy, how one choice changed Roy Rogers' entire destiny, why Trigger had secret doubles hidden from the world, and the shocking reason no horse on earth carries Trigger's bloodline today. Every 30 seconds, this story deepens. Every moment uncovers something Hollywood buried. And by the end, you'll understand why Trigger became the most beloved animal star in American history. Here's the truth most people never knew. Trigger wasn't famous because he was beautiful. He was famous because he was different. He wasn't just trained, he understood. He read emotions. He hit marks better than professional actors. He improvised when scenes fell apart. And more than once, he protected Roy Rogers from danger. This isn't a story about a Hollywood horse. It's a story about a partnership so deep, it shaped an entire generation. Trigger's legend doesn't begin on a dusty Western set. It begins in 1938, under the glowing green canopy of Sherwood Forest, the set of The Adventures of Robin Hood. Back then, Trigger wasn't Trigger. He was Golden Cloud, a young Palomino stallion chosen to carry Maid Marian. Olivia de Havilland adored him instantly. Camera operators noticed something rare. He didn't flinch at the bright lights or the chaotic crew. He moved with elegance, intelligence, and a quiet pride that made every frame look magical. Even before Roy Rogers laid eyes on him, Hollywood already knew this horse was different, that he wasn't just an animal, he was a performer. Golden Cloud stole his first spotlight without even knowing it, and destiny was already watching. Later that year, Roy Rogers, a young singer hoping for his first big role, was offered several horses for under Western stars. Strong ones, fast ones, flashy ones. But then Roy saw Golden Cloud. He watched the horse lift his head, ears forward, eyes bright with curiosity. Roy didn't pick him because he was flashy. He picked him because he felt something, a connection, a spark, a sense that this horse understood. Roy renamed him Trigger because he responded quicker than any horse he'd ever handled. With one decision, a cowboy and a Palomino forged one of Hollywood's greatest partnerships. Trigger wasn't cheap. $2,500 in the 1930s was a massive sum. But Roy didn't hesitate. Why? Because he didn't want a studio prop. He wanted a partner. Owning Trigger meant Roy controlled his schedule. He kept him safe from overwork. He took him to parades, schools, hospitals, anywhere children could meet him. Roy believed that Trigger wasn't just for the screen, he was for the people. That single purchase made Trigger not just a movie star, but a national treasure. Hollywood nearly destroyed Roy Rogers. Studio boss Herbert Yates wanted Roy in a non-Western movie, a hard-drinking reporter. Roy refused. Yates exploded with rage and threatened the unthinkable. We'll replace you and another actor will ride Trigger." The room froze. Then Roy quietly delivered the line that saved his entire career. "You can take the role, but you can't take Trigger. I own him." Yates realized instantly, without Trigger, there was no Roy Rogers brand. And without Roy, there was no Western Empire. Trigger didn't just save Roy in movies, he saved his whole future. As fame exploded, Roy's schedule became brutal. Parades, tours, films, live performances, Roy refused to let Trigger suffer. So Hollywood created a quiet secret. Little Trigger and Trigger Jr., doubles so perfectly matched that children never suspected a thing. Roy insisted on the illusion because he didn't want to shatter young fans' beliefs. But at home, the real Trigger always got the gentlest treatment, because Roy loved him too much to let fame break him. At every event, Roy parked Trigger's trailer outside, free. For families who couldn't afford tickets, for kids who waited hours just to see him, Roy said one thing: no child should leave disappointed. Trigger became more than a horse. He became childhood magic, living, breathing innocence. Trigger lived his entire life as a stallion, yet he never sired even one colt. Roy turned down every offer. He didn't want Trigger mass-produced. He wanted him remembered as one of one. No copies, no successors. The legend stays pure. That's why Trigger's myth still shines today, untouched. Before digital effects, before green screens, before Hollywood faked magic, there was Trigger, a real horse with real heart. The horse who carried the dreams of a generation, who leaped into danger, saved careers, and created a legacy no animal star has matched since. Trigger wasn't remembered because he acted, but because he believed. He believed in Roy, and Roy believed in him. That loyalty, that bond, that grace still echoes. Trigger never spoke a word, but he told a story the world will never forget. A story of loyalty, courage, and a golden horse who didn't need wings to fly. Legends don't need voices, they only need heart.